little part 2 for today. I do not like at all to be late for anything. I don't like to be late. I'm running late to work. They know. Very understanding. My smoking hot manager texts me and goes, "Hey, could you come in early today?" And I'm like, my asshole's puckered so tight as to whether or not I'm going to be on time because I'm waiting to have my dad discharged, and I don't think I can make it early, and I'm probably going to be late. Now, when I say that chicks are smoking hot, it's because I have freaking eyeballs, and I am all about fluffing women up. And if I see a hot chick, I'm gonna let her know I think she's a gorgeous woman. But never in my life have I ever been there. And a lot of conversations go on between women who are laid back and open like most servers are, and there are so many bi-curious women out there who are just waiting to pull the trigger thinking it's a sin. And it's hilarious to me. It's so funny. There's a lot of people questioning their sexualities because they are one gender carrying extra souls, or an extra soul that is of another gender. And this is probably why, ever since I went through my awakening, I have never been hit on so much in my life by lesbians and gay guys, because I am carrying more than one soul. And it's like, when you know, it makes everything make sense. But whatever. I did want to pop on and throw an apology out there to my aunt, my dad's sister, the one who follows my YouTube channel sometimes. I didn't know if she's ever really looked at anything I've put up on here. But because of the phone calls that I had to make yesterday to family members, her and I ended up on the phone together, and she let me know how bad it hurt her feelings whenever she saw the video of me saying something to the effect of, she doesn't care, or, whatever, whoever in my family just doesn't give a shit what I'm going through. And I'm very sorry to have to feel that way from time to time. And she let me know that she does watch, not all of them, but she does watch some of my videos. And she loves me unconditionally. My whole family is nothing but unconditional love. And she said, the only thing I'd suggest to you is for you to not talk the way you talk. You talk so aggressive and so abrasively that I think you would get your point across to more people faster if you would not talk the way you talk. And I said, I understand that. One, if I woke up tomorrow and my YouTube channel had a shitload of people on it, or if I woke up tomorrow and had to see somebody shredding my ass, I would have to try very hard to remain calm, because I hate this. This is supposed to spread like napalm. And I am not built for everybody to listen to or comprehend. It is the people who resonate with the way I talk, who I am mainly trying to reach. It is millennials who have to explain to their parents and their children the reality of this shitty situation that we are living in called life here. And I said, can you imagine if something called an Indigo 3 is actually a real type of person? Can you imagine how shocking it is to realize that not only have you never fit in with this whole damn world because you are not of it, can you imagine if you had your blinders ripped off and the reason you got diagnosed, everything that you've been diagnosed, is because you felt like God was under attack and there were angels everywhere crying. And then you find out that it's because we are all God. And every human and every animal and everything that is of God good, and even the fallen, are under attack and have been under attack. And imagine if not only there are angels everywhere, that there are millions upon millions of people walking around here trying to balance the soul of an angel and a fallen angel at the same time. I don't know how else to speak. I said this wouldn't have happened to me if I was supposed to present myself in any other way than how I always have. This is authentically how I am. It is not very different than a lot of people that I have met with dark senses of humor and all of these things. And I want them fished out. And if you've never had to do a fearless moral inventory, now's the time to do it. Because even for the people out there who follow Ashiana Dean as if she is a cult leader, instead of taking that information for what it is and understanding that people that question it are allowed to question it. It is not all accurate. There are so many fallen, straight up fallen people acting like they are not of a straight fallen consciousness, let alone the ones who are in denial, in total denial of the fact that they are probably Indigo 3s, because nobody wants to be the real MVPs of this shithole world. It's like, come out of the closet to everybody. If people sincerely cared about your sexual orientation, or you're this or you're that, if they care enough to react in a way that people have reacted to me, they're falling. They are not going anywhere but here again. So it's just mind-blowing. Like, the people in my town, pretty much all of them are Christians. And pretty much a lot of them cheat on their husbands, cheat on their wives, cheat on their spouses, abuse their kids, abuse their animals, and hide behind Christianity the way the Jews hide behind Judaism. And when you act like a total piece of shit, but you go, but I believe Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, buddy, you aren't fucking going anywhere. You're not gonna go anywhere. And then, to the people, like that shitty Catholic I talked about on my channel not so long ago, the one who cheats on his gorgeous fiance with men, she knows, the whole fucking town knows, anybody following my YouTube channel from my town knows exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. It is disgusting that religious people are the fucking problem. And then they will sit there and act like total pieces of shit because they think that they're allowed to act like pieces of shit because Jesus is gonna let them in those pearly gates. Newsflash! None of that's real. So, you know, I am really sorry to my aunt for presenting in such an abrasive way. I don't know of anybody else who would handle the situation I'm in. If I'm not fucking crazy and I'm not wrong, I don't know how anybody else would have handled this any better. I don't know. I don't know how people are so calm and rational. Like, I don't understand how you just rationally just continue on your life when you know all of these things and you just pretend like you don't know more than everybody. And you pretend like you're not walking around with a bunch of fucking zombies. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad that you have had the luxury of being able to take that high path in life. Myself, as somebody who is running and operating at a Christ-conscious level, but chooses to jump around timelines, to feel what is going on with everybody else. It is as if in my mind I want to focus in on a certain demographic, I can. But when I choose to do these things, to see where the masses kind of are, it hurts me very bad. It's like extending a hand out to any of these people asking for help, how it opens you up. Like, anytime you choose to open yourself, it is a risk. And my buddy B, when I asked him when he felt about Indigo Angel, he gave me his genuine opinion about her, or what he thinks. Because when certain people talk about certain things, when certain people hear phrases and stuff like that come out of people's mouths, it will trigger them in a way of, like when people talk about the hats that are white. like that, a lot of other people are just like, this is fucking like everybody's information about this certain area is so distorted. However, I don't give a shit what anybody says about any of these ABC groups, any of these supposedly fallen this, whatever that's. It is the planetary grid systems that I am very interested about, because grid working is something that in my head computes as a 100% fact. It is something that needs done by starseeds. Certain people in their DNA moving. They don't want anybody moving, because when you start moving around, you are literally circulating your own personal light into dark areas, and they don't like that, which is why I straight to fucking Pittsburgh with me turned on. And when I see her information about the Aquila grids, the Swan grids, when this happened to me, scrolls of information downloaded and dumped into my fucking head, and I was holding keys. And when I see her grids, and when I see all of the work that these people are remote viewing and talking about with like everything, it's as if it's like schematics. It's like football plays, pretty much. Like there's a bunch of football plays, like a bunch of little maps. And when I see these things and they line up with something that dropped into my head, me personally, without proof, I'm going to have to agree with them there. I don't give a shit what anybody else says about anything else. But these ley lines and all of these grids line up in my head as very real. And when she talks about channeling in and remote viewing into places like Cygnus, and when she talks about viewing different areas of the galaxy, it resonates with me, because I had so much shit blown open, and I was flung through so much shit, and I didn't know it, but been accessing these things anyway throughout my life. When she says certain things, and when other people say certain things about remote viewing places I've been to, and if they ding a bell, I'll give them credit. As me as one person who gives a shit, those grids and shit look very real. And to me, it looks like a bunch of fucking white people dropping down with their white DNA and their white genetics, waking up a little quicker to grid working shit. And last time I checked, when I was at the nut house and when I was in prison, it is a lot of minorities. And it looks like minorities or straight up other races, it really looks like they are very powerful assets. And I woke up. Literally. I was born in the fucking ghetto. These ghettos would not be ghettos if it wasn't for the Democrats and the Republicans. They are all pieces of shit. It's so fucking late. I don't even have makeup on yet. Like, I'm just gonna, I don't know what to fucking do. Okay. I think I'm done now. I think I'm done ranting. Because this world could be great. This world could be a great place. Like it used to be. Way before. A long friggin' time ago. Wow, that sun is awfully red looking. Interesting. Toodles!